Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, voice you know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dusty Sonnenberg. Well, beautiful sunshine, 68 degrees on my barn thermometer right now, light winds out there, a great day as we move along with harvest, and it looks like it will be a great weekend as well. Given the dry weather, there haven't been too many breaks in the progress, so make sure you are taking some. We want everyone to stay safe out there. This quick reminder, Grow Next Gen brings agriculture science to the classroom. Learn more at grownextgen.org. Taking a look at your agricultural headlines, the American Farm Bureau Federation is reminding farmers and other rural businesses about the approaching January 1 deadline to provide business ownership information to the U.S. Treasury Department. Now, Farm Bureau estimates more than 230,000 farmers are affected by the Beneficial Ownership Information, or the BOI provisions of the Corporate Transparency Act. Passed in 2021, the Corporate Transparency Act requires business ownership interests to file a report with the Treasury. The law was created through a provision in the National Defense Authorization Act to reduce financial crimes such as tax fraud and money laundering. It was also passed coming out of the pandemic when there was a great deal of fraud, more than $200 billion, tied to problems such as Small Business Administration disaster loans. Now, the Farm Bureau, in its Market Intel report, notes the beneficial ownership information requirement applies to any small businesses that file documents to incorporate with their state business authority, such as their Secretary of State office. This would include limited partnerships, limited liability companies. Registered businesses must register any beneficial ownership of the company with the Treasurer Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, that'd be FinCEN. And looking at the 2022 Ag Census data, Farm Bureau noted there are about 230,000 farm operations that report operating as a partnership under state law, a family-held corporation, or a non-family-held corporation. These 230,000 or so farms make up about 13% of all farm operations, but they have about 33% of the farm acres. Now, Farm Bureau noted that beneficial ownership includes anyone with a significant stake in the company, whether or not they have direct legal ties to the business. This may include holding at least 25% of the company's shares, or having a similar level of control over the company's equity, or holding significant influence over the company's decisions and operations, the authority to exercise substantial managerial control over the reporting company. Should a business partake in illegal activities, each such stakeholder is accountable for the crimes of that business, and filing must include all personal information like address, birthdays, and identification numbers for each owner. Now, while this report does not have to be renewed after the initial filing, changes of address, new driver's license, or change in name all required are the updated filing. And since having control over a business's operations qualifies as beneficial ownership, a restructuring of job duties, even if the person does not have legal ownership stake in the company, could also trigger requirements to file updates, Farm Bureau stated. Let's take a look at that weekend weather forecast brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance, online at seedconsultants.com.
More sunshine and warmer temperatures for the weekend. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Quick forecast update for you here in Ohio. I don't have any major changes in the outlook. No rain in the forecast at all now through probably next to Tuesday. We may have to see a few clouds trying to pop up next Tuesday night into Wednesday as cool air breaks loose over the Great Lakes and comes down into our neck of the woods. So clouds, maybe a few spits and sprinkles, but nothing overly dramatic. Behind that, we're cooler for the rest of next week, but we're also still going back to dry weather, and that dry weather can linger all the way into early November, the way it's looking right now. I'm meteorologist Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Stay tuned. We'll be back to take a look at your markets after this.
Did you know soybeans' #1 customer is animal agriculture? That includes Ohio's beef farms. Research from the Soy Checkoff found that U.S. beef operations use over 1.3 million tons of soybean meal every year. That's the meal from about 55 million bushels of U.S. soybeans. Essential protein, energy, and amino acids. High-quality feed for heart-healthy beef. Soybeans, feeding the industry that feeds us. Brought to you by Ohio's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Hi everyone, this is Dale Minio from the Ohio AgNet. For a quarter of a century, I powered my truck with biodiesel, traveling the state promoting agriculture. Biodiesel is a reliable, high-performance fuel that works in any diesel engine without modification. The best part is that with every mile driven, I'm fueling the economy, doing good for the environment, and supporting soybean farmers. Learn how using biodiesel can add value to every bushel of soybeans grown at soyohio.org.
Let's take a look now at how those markets closed for a Friday, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance, online at seedconsultants.com. December corn closed down 2 cents at $4.04 3/4. March corn was down 2 1/4 at $4.19. November soybeans closed down 18 3/4 cents at $9.70, with January beans down 15 1/4 at $9.82 3/4. Wheat for December closed the day down 16 3/4, $5.72 3/4. Your July 25 new crop wheat down 16 1/4 at $6.09 1/4. On the livestock side, October live cattle ended the day up $1 at $187.62 1/2. December cattle up $1.15, $187.32 1/2. December lean hogs closed up 15 cents at $77.82 1/2, and February hogs were up 30 cents at $81.85. November feeder cattle closed up $1.85 at $247.60, and Class 3 milk for November was down 27 cents, $21.19. This is the Ohio AgNet.